Welcome to AI Beat, your daily download on the code and the consequences shaping our world. It's Sunday, July 20th, 2025. This week, it feels like we've moved past the initial awe of AI and into a much more complex and confrontational phase. The story today is one of defiance, disruption, and democratization. It's a story where one of the world's biggest tech companies is openly challenging one of the world's most powerful regulators, where the very tools of AI production are getting cheaper, and where the human cost of that progress is becoming undeniable. Today on the show, Meta says no to Europe's new AI rulebook. We'll look at the massive real-world impact of AI on the workforce with hundreds of layoffs at Amazon Web Services. And finally, we'll dive into the good news: the cost of doing AI is about to drop, and Netflix has officially put its first AI-generated scene on screen. Let's begin with the story that is setting the stage for a new kind of Cold War in artificial intelligence. This week, Meta, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram, has formally rejected the European Union's new Code of Practice for AI. This isn't just a minor disagreement, this is a direct challenge to the EU's landmark AI Act, coming just weeks before the new rules are set to be enforced. By refusing to sign, Meta is making a bold and defiant statement. They are pushing back against the comprehensive regulations that demand transparency and accountability from the developers of the world's most powerful AI models. This move highlights a growing and potentially explosive tension between the American tech giants who are building this technology at lightning speed and the European regulators who are trying to build the guardrails to control it. This isn't happening in a vacuum. It's part of a broader global trend where nations are now treating AI as a matter of national security and technological sovereignty. We're seeing this in India, which is doubling down on its efforts to build its own indigenous large language models. And we're seeing it at events like AgTech Connect, where the conversation has shifted to the national security risks of AI in our food supply. The battle lines are being drawn not just between companies, but between competing global philosophies on how to manage the power of AI. While the titans of tech and government face off, the economic reality of AI is hitting the ground hard, and the central story is one of profound disruption. Let's start with the tools themselves. In a hugely significant move for the entire industry, NVIDIA plans to restart sales of its powerful H20 AI chips in China. This re-engagement with a massive market, combined with a ramp-up in H100 GPU production, is expected to have a dramatic effect. Analysts predict it will reduce the cost of cloud training for AI models by approximately 20%. The Vice President of IBM Research, Sriram Raghavan, confirmed this trend this week, predicting that AI is about to get significantly cheaper and more applicable across all domains. This is the democratization of power. When the cost of doing AI drops, it means more startups, more researchers, and more businesses can afford to build and experiment. But this democratization has a sharp and painful edge. This week, it was reported that Amazon Web Services, or AWS, laid off hundreds of workers. And the reason given was starkly clear. Generative AI systems are now taking over tasks in coding and client coordination. This is one of the clearest and most high-profile examples we've seen of AI-driven job displacement. It's not a future forecast. It's happening right now in highly skilled roles at one of the world's leading tech companies. This story is a microcosm of a larger trend, as retail giants like Amazon and Walmart continue to pour billions into generative AI to automate their supply chains and operations. So, while AI is disrupting jobs, is it also enabling new forms of creativity and innovation? The answer is a resounding yes. This week, Netflix officially confirmed its first ever use of generative AI in a production. The show is an Argentine sci-fi series called The Eternaut, and AI was used to create the visual effects for a scene involving a collapsing building. This is a landmark moment. When a global streaming giant starts integrating AI into its content pipeline, it signals a major shift in how our entertainment is made. And this creative explosion isn't just happening in Hollywood. At the open source event in San Francisco, a company called Elegoo showcased an incredible range of 3D printed creations, including AI-powered robots and glowing cosplay wings. It's a wonderful example of how AI is being combined with other technologies to fuel a new wave of grassroots innovation and making. And finally, how do we prepare for this new world? The Savannah College of Art and Design, or SCAD, just released a new AI Insights report, and their focus is powerful, accelerating AI literacy through human creativity. It's a recognition that the best path forward is not a race against the machine, but a partnership with it. It's about teaching a new generation how to use these powerful new tools as a co-pilot for their own creative vision. So, as we close out the beat today, the tensions are clear. We have a regulatory showdown between big tech and governments. We have the dual promise of cheaper, more accessible AI and the stark reality of job displacement. And we have the fundamental debate over the soul of the internet itself, with a new analysis from The Economist arguing that AI has broken the web's old business model and that a new one is desperately needed. We are in a moment of profound, unavoidable change, and the choices we make now about regulation, about our workforce, and about our creative values will define the world to come. Thanks for tuning in to AI Beat. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider subscribing and sharing it with your friends. And remember, the future is not something we enter, the future is something we create together. See you next time on AI Beat.